In a certain city, there lived a beggar at the railway station. He survived by asking for alms from the passengers traveling in the trains that came and went from the station. One day, while he was begging, he noticed a tall man dressed in a suit. The beggar thought, "This man looks very rich. If I ask him for alms, he will surely give me good money." So he went to the tall man and began begging. Looking at the beggar, the tall man said, "You're always asking from others. Do you ever give anything to anyone?" The beggar replied, "Sir, I am just a beggar. I always ask from people. I have no means to give anything to anyone." The tall man said, "If you cannot give anything to anyone, you have no right to ask for anything either. I am a businessman and I believe in give and take. If you have something to give me, only then can I give you something in return." Saying this, the tall man boarded the train and left. The beggar kept thinking about the man's words. Maybe I don't get much alms because I have nothing to give in return. How long will I keep asking without giving anything back? After much thought, he decided that from now on, whenever someone gave him alms, he would also give them something in return. But what could a beggar give? 2 days later, he saw flowers blooming near the station and thought, "Why don't I give people flowers in return for alms?" He liked the idea. Now, whenever someone gave him money, he gave them flowers in return. People happily accepted them. Soon, more people started giving him money. One day, he met the same tall man again. Excited, he said, "Today I have flowers to give you. If you give me alms, I will give you these flowers in return." The tall man gave him money, took the flowers, and smiled, "Wow. Now you've become a businessman like me." The beggar felt a new spark inside him. Looking at the sky, he shouted, "I am not a beggar, I am a businessman. I can become rich." From the next day, the beggar disappeared from the station. 6 months later, at the same station, two well-dressed men in suits were traveling. They looked at each other, shook hands, and one of them asked, "Do you recognize me?" The other replied, "No, I think this is our first meeting." The first man smiled, "No, this is our third meeting." The second man was confused. "When did we meet the first 2 times?" The first man said, "We met twice before on this very train. I am the beggar whom you once told what I should do in life, and the second time you told me who I really am." The second man's face lit up. "Oh yes, you're the beggar I once refused to give alms to, and then the second time I bought flowers from you. But today you're in a suit. What do you do now?" The first man replied, "Yes, I was that beggar. But today, I am a big flower merchant. I am going to another city for business." He continued, "In our first meeting, you taught me the law of nature, that we only receive when we give something. This give and take rule truly works. But I still saw myself as a beggar. In our second meeting, you told me I was already a businessman, and that changed everything. I realized people weren't giving me alms, they were buying my flowers. I sold them cheaper than anywhere else, so everyone bought them. With the money I earned, I expanded my business. Today, people's love for flowers has made me a big flower merchant. Both businessmen smiled and walked off together, talking about their successes.